Hey guys, hope you all are doing fine. So today we are gonna start with linked list and it comes under collection framework. So please focus, and if you haven't subscribed to channel, please subscribe it, and let me start with linked list. So it's a class that uses a doubly linked list. Till now we had read array list, now it's linked list. So now you will say, okay, it's a class that uses a doubly linked list. What else? So it implements, it implements list and DQ interfaces both. DQ interfaces both. And it acts as list and queue both. It acts as list and queue both. So let me show that to you by a diagram. So what happens? Go to diagram. Can you see here? The linked list class, it's a class in Java which is implementing list interface as well as DQ interface. So it will work as a list and it will work as a queue also. So that's the thing we have written over here. Now, okay, we got it now. So when should we go for, array list and when should we go for linked list? So whenever you want to access the data, then go for array list. Simple. Whenever you want to manipulate the data, go for linked list. So this is the thing you should be knowing, that when you should go for array list, when you should go for linked list. Now, okay, I just wrote this line. Did you understand? So your answer will be no. Then okay, let me try to explain you through a diagram. So what happens in array list? You store data like this, right? We have seen in earlier videos that this is how you store a data. That 0th position you store something. So let's suppose this is a ticket counter over here. Okay, there is a ticket counter over here, and these all the people there are. This is a queue, and people are going in line to take the tickets over here. So what happens, like everybody is going to take a ticket. 0th position there is one person, second person, third person, fourth person. Let's suppose as soon as the ticket counter gets open, and this guy got some emergency work that he don't have any time to just get the ticket. He just want to rush for some other work. So what happens, he gets out from the queue. So what happens, all the other person, one person will get shift to 0, 2 person will get shift to 1, 3 person will get shift to 2. So what happens here, guys? Can you see shifting is happening? So everybody place is getting changed because of one person, right? Because of one person, if one person leave the queue, everybody person is getting shift over here. But when you say that, okay, there is one more profit in this, what? Let's suppose, there are 6 to 7 people who are sitting in a queue, and you have to serve the food, or you have to give the, let's suppose there are few students, you have to give the exam paper to those students. So what do? It's very easy. You provide 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a contiguous, sequence. It's very good to provide. So that is why we are saying here, whenever you want to access the data, go for array list. So whenever you just want to read the data, go for array list. Now whenever you want to modify the data, right, or manipulate the data, you should go for linked list. So what is linked list? Linked list stores data in form of node. Okay, so these things are nothing but node. A node has 3 sections. This is nothing but called as node. Okay, these node have 3 sections. What is that section? First section, second section, third section. First section will always contain the address of previous element, and this section will always contain address of previous element. Now the middle section will contain the value. So let's suppose I want to store value as 65 over here. So value 65 will get stored over here. Value 36 7 will get stored over here, and here I want to store 900. So this is how you store your data in linked list. Now this is the first section of this node. So is there any element prior to this? So no. So the address will be defined as a null. So after this is the first element. there is a second element, third element. So for 37 element, what is the address of 37? 12 is the address of the 37. So 12 will get written over here because it will follow the last value of memory location. Let's suppose this memory location is something like 2345. So here 2345 will come into picture. Now let's suppose here 14 is there, so this will point to 14 and this will point to similarly 12. So this is how the data gets mapped over here, and here there is no here inside data, so it will just point to null. So what happens? Let's suppose if one of the person, let's suppose this person lives, this data get erased from the memory. So what happens? Nothing happens, no shifting and all. Just impact the relationship between this and this get over, and the new relationship gets established. That is, new pointer gets allocated over here. So now it will not point to 12, rather than it will point to 2345. So here it will store data as a 2345. Let me store 2345. Right, and now this 14 will get stored over here. Let me store 14, and this 12 will get cancelled because 12 is no more in relationship with 2345. So this is how the data gets stored, and this is all internal, guys. Okay, you don't need to know that, but this is just for formal knowledge, that if somebody asks you how the data gets stored inside linked list, you can explain them. This is the way. So now, how do you create a linked list? Simply write linked list and then give your data type, whichever you want to work with. I want to work here with integer, and then just say a reference variable name list equals to new linked list, and then angle bracket and close the parenthesis over here. Now just import the package of java.util and your linked list is created. You can see here. Now how do you add data over here? It's similarly like array list. Just say list.add, and I will add here 10, my first element. List.add, I'll add here 24. So this is nothing but how do you add the data. Now there is a getter and setter, whatever rule we read in there. So just write here CSO and just say I want to list dot get at first position. What is the data at first position I want to know? So similarly, just run your program. Can you see 24 is coming? So 24 is at first position. If you want to get data at zeroth location, just give the 0th at your index and see 10 is your data. So this were all present in the inside array list as well. Now there are some methods which are not present. I'll show you that. List dot add first. There is one method. In add first method, you have to just add the data on very first, very first. So you will just write 1 2 3 4 and it will add the data at very first location. Let me show that to you, and just write list and run your program. Look, it is adding data at very first location. Now there is one more method. What's that method? List dot add, dot add, and add where? Last. Can you see? Add last. Just add at last. So 2 3 4 5 6, something like that I will add. And now I'll say run my list and then run my program. Can you see? 1 2 3 4 till 24 were there before adding last. Now after adding last, the data is adding last. So these are some of the methods which were not present in array list, which are present in linked list, and that is because linked list is implementing DQ interface as well. So so that may be the reason. So that's all about linked list, guys. Practice, and if you get any doubt, let me know. Thanks for watching.